Welcome to our series on engaging students with classroom response systems. In this presentation, we will introduce you to how to generate small group discussions using classroom response systems. The information provided in this presentation and other presentations in this series comes from the book Teaching with Classroom Response Systems, Creating Active Learning Environments by Derek Bruff. In our prior presentation, we discussed what student response systems are and how to use them for whole class discussion. In today's short presentation, we are going to discuss how to generate small group discussions using student response systems or clickers. Most common way clickers are used is through peer instruction, which was popularized by Eric Mazur, a physics professor at Harvard. So the way it works is the instructor poses a multiple choice question to the class. Students think about and submit their answers as individuals silently using their clickers. The instructor then displays results of the answers. Then students discuss the question and results in pairs or small groups. After discussion, students then answer the same clicker question informed by their small group instruction. So why use clickers for small group or peer instruction in class? Using clicker questions before and or after small group discussions creates more accountability and students engage more seriously with the question. Since classroom response systems track student responses, having students respond to a clicker question before and after a small group discussion creates some accountability that can encourage students to engage more seriously in the discussion. Additionally, by being able to display the pre and post small group discussion results to the clicker question, the instructor can provide a visualization of convergence or divergence in the class. This could lead to or better prepare students for a class-wide discussion. Finally, by using small group or peer instruction with your clicker questions, you are creating a learning community for your students, where they get to know and interact with peers, despite if the course is delivered in a hybrid, HyFlex, or online environment. Many instructors ask, should students respond to a clicker question individually before engaging in small group discussions? Some instructors find the individual answering of the clicker question to be essential in their course, as it helps the instructor identify who initially got the answer correct versus students who need peer instruction, as well as provide the in-class time for students to think about and practice answering these questions on their own. Also, if the majority of students get the question correct on the first try, the instructor may not want to spend time doing small group discussions, but rather use that question as a quick review and move on to other material. Other instructors who teach upper level or more challenging concepts forego the individual answering using the clicker question and go straight to peer instruction. Students might need that time together to get traction they need to tackle the problem or concept. Other instructors who are short on class time will forego the individual answering of questions and jump right into small group discussion. When might an instructor skip the small group discussion? It is best practice that when a clicker question has a single correct answer and it was clearly chosen by the majority of students, that you don't need that peer instruction or small group discussion. Also, when a clicker question has a single correct answer, but most students selected an incorrect answer, this is the time for the instructor to discuss the concept again and review important points that would help lead to students selecting the correct answer. What instructions should be given for peer instruction or small group discussion? When starting up peer instruction or small group discussions, students need instructions on how to pair up or form small groups. In a hybrid or HyFlex course, you can create groups for them through Zoom breakout rooms, or they can place themselves in specific breakout rooms. It is also a good idea to provide a specific task for students to achieve during small group discussion. This will focus the discussion on the topic at hand. For example, You can ask students to share the reasons why they chose their answer to their peers. Or you could ask students to convince their peers to pick their answer. If consensus has been achieved, students can discuss why the correct answer is the one they chose. What should you, as the instructor, do during small group discussion? And how can you turn small group discussion into a class-wide discussion? If possible, you can circulate amongst students, popping into groups and asking leading questions. If you're teaching in a hybrid or high-flex environment, you can easily pop in and out of Zoom breakout rooms. If consensus is met early amongst the group, you could play devil's advocate and ask them to discuss why the other answers are not correct, or have them defend their answer. As for class-wide discussion, you could ask a student why they did or did not change their answers after peer instruction. So, to summarize, using small group discussions creates more student engagement and encourages student-student interaction. Instructors may skip the peer instruction part of the exercise if most students answer the question correctly or incorrectly. Remember to provide specific tasks to the groups before peer instruction begins, and try to circulate amongst the groups to ensure the discussion is productive. If you are interested in learning more about teaching with classroom response systems and leading small group discussions, please check out Derek Bruff's book, Teaching with Classroom Response Systems, which can be checked out from the Nichols State Center for Teaching Excellence. Additionally, he has a website on the Vanderbilt University website.